Even men would say to me, "How did you get him? He's so good looking."
She is talking about supermarket superstar Alex Campbell, a man who turned a teenage part-time job into a career, into a grocery store chain, and into a pillar of the community. Alex Campbell was born and raised in Victoria, British Columbia. At 15 years of age, to help his single mother run the house, he went to work in a grocery store. It was supposed to be a temporary job on his way to an exciting career in the military.
I went through officer selection. I was hoping to be a naval flyer, but I had a few courses to pick up, and in the meantime I got on full-time in the grocery business, and things took a little different tack.
Yes, they did. Instead of preparing to fly jet fighters, Alex was stocking aisles with produce and toilet paper. He was a hard worker who, even at 19, had earned a reputation as someone who could get the job done. Pretty soon he was managing grocery stores up and down the coast of BC. Then in 1973, he loaded up the family and moved to Ladysmith.
And so my wife and I bought the 49th parallel grocery in Ladysmith, which was a 3,000 square foot, slightly bigger than a corner store type of thing.
The competition in the area was fierce. The new co-op opened just up the street, making living under those circumstances a challenge. So the Campbell family teamed up with a longtime associate, Ernie Skinner, to open the first Thrifty Foods.
It was like a wonderful marriage, a perfect marriage. Ernie was really good for the business and good with Alex.
They worked around the clock to open that store in December of 1977. Safeway had turned its back on the store at Fairfield due to poor sales. Alex and Ernie opened the doors firm in the belief that everything was in place.
We had to get a supply deal. As a matter of fact, we didn't have our financing in place until actually after we opened the doors.
By the end of the first week, Thrifty's sales had eclipsed those of the previous tenant by 35%, and the numbers kept climbing. 3 years later, they opened a second store.
Thrifty Foods, the smiles in the bag for you.
By the late 80s, building on a philosophy of customer service, and the customer comes first, Thrifty's had a string of stores from Victoria to Nanaimo. Then came the turning point, the introduction of a new class of supermarket.
Exciting time to see something happen that, was clearly one of the, the new breed of supermarkets around. And we had one Safeway district manager was in the store. He told somebody in the staff that it was the best looking supermarket in Canada.
Along the way, Alex bought out his partner and continued to expand the company. As Thrifty surged ahead, competitors worked hard to thwart their progress. In fact, Thrifty's biggest challenge was growth. The cost of going to the next level was enormous.
To continue on and continue to grow was going to mean taking on a huge debt load. And I just couldn't see at my age then. I was 65 then.
When Alex Campbell sold Thrifty's to Sobeys in 2008, he had built a chain of 23 stores, employing more than 4,000 people with sales in excess of $500 million. Along the way, Alex was a huge supporter of a wide variety of community organizations. He believed in giving back to the community that had given him so much.
Victoria's been good to us, and our staff. We couldn't have had nicer staff all along the way.
The respect Alex was given was a direct reflection of the way he respected those he worked with.
You can't lead without the consent of those who are following you. And I would say that you don't have to wear chevrons on your sleeve in order to lead. And I think that may summarize him in many respects.
A man of vision, integrity, a quiet leader who has forever changed the landscape of British Columbia. Alex Campbell.